Whichever team you support in world football, there is one thing you must agree on. Erling Haaland is one of the best young footballers in the world. He is so talented that we even have a full video dedicated to his emerging stardom. And with such talent comes incredible attention to the top clubs in the world. Fortunately for them, there is one way Haaland could be available for sale. As per The Athletic, Haaland has a release clause of just £63 million. That does not get activated until the summer of 2022. Till then, every top club would circle up around Haaland's agent and agree to personal terms with him. But what if one team moved swiftly in 2021, paid Dortmund more than his release clause, and got him without any competition? Seems quite a plan, right? Before we get going, make sure to subscribe and click the button below. We bring out new content every week exploring the latest news and stories in the world of football. Now let's dive into the potential transfer of the Norwegian star. If reports from the Republic Athletic are to be believed, Chelsea is planning on making a run for Haaland this summer. Of course, the price for Haaland is expected to be substantial, but Chelsea are confident that they can agree a fee in the region of around £95 million. Wouldn't that be moving ahead of the market? But let's be honest, even if that's the case, there are enough clubs with the financial muscle to compete with Chelsea to sign the coveted forward. So with that, let's look at the potential destinations for Haaland and how he could slot into these clubs. 1. Chelsea. Out of every single club lining up for his signature, Chelsea seems to be the most desperate for a player like him. And what they have shown in recent times is that for young players, they can splash a little cash. After breaking their transfer record on Kai Havertz, they may be looking at the Bundesliga again. And if Lampard survives another season, he needs goals, all the goals he can get on his side. While Giroud's recent form has been positive and Abraham often shows sparks of potential, those two are not going to score 20 goals and help Chelsea win a major trophy. Ideally, Timo Werner would have been the one taking the burden of goal scoring, but the German striker has not scored in the league since November and is expected to take time to settle down at the club. One problem with Chelsea signing Haaland is his agent, Mino Raiola. Chelsea are not on the best terms with the super agent who denied Chelsea a chance to bring back Lukaku to the club as he never established a proper channel of communication with the Londoners. Lukaku ended up signing for Manchester United and Chelsea were left infuriated with Raiola. Lukaku also sacked Raiola reportedly for the same reason, so Chelsea would have to deal with him and Dortmund while pursuing Haaland to join them instead of waiting for Madrid or Barca in 2022. Tough as you might think, but if Chelsea can make him the highest paid player at the club ahead of Chilwell and Werner and secure Champions League qualifications, they may surprise everyone by signing the Norwegian superstar. Manchester City. If a report from German publication Bild is to be believed, Chelsea are not the only club trying to beat the market and sign Haaland in 2021. Chelsea are also looking to sign him this summer and replace Sergio Aguero, whose contract runs out in 2021. There are also growing expectations that Aguero will not renew and will call it a day on his exceptional City career. Now, while Bild may be a hit-and-miss type of source, the move does make sense for City. Guardiola committed his future to City till 2024 and will need a new striker for his new look side. And while Jesus is a decent squad player, he is not one to lead the line through the season for the citizens. So a move for someone with the quality of Haaland could be perfect for Guardiola's side. Now one may question, with his stature, Haaland may not be the most suitable player for Guardiola. But they would be forgetting how well Lewandowski did under Pep. Even before, Ibrahimovic had a prolific season with Barca before falling out with the Spaniard coach. After all, it has been several years since City made a marquee offensive signing, and it's about time that they did so. They've upgraded their defence pretty well in recent times, and a world-class striker could be the last piece of the puzzle of a Champions League title. 3. Real Madrid. Real Madrid under Zinedine Zidane have failed to find the goals they lost after the departure of Cristiano Ronaldo. Despite winning La Liga last season, the Los Blancos' goals have dried up, with Benzema as lone bright spark in the attack this season. Eden Hazard has failed to live up to the reputation he made at Chelsea, and Zidane has already loaned out Gareth Bale and Luka Jovic, making Madrid outnumbered in the attack. Despite their interest in Kylian Mbappe, Real Champs magazine has stated that Florentino Perez is keen to bring both of his hottest young players in the world to the Spanish capital. If anyone can do this, it has to be Florentino Perez. And it won't be without reason. Madrid belongs at the apex of European football, and to win the Champions League again, they need more goals for their side. They are already a compact defensive side, but adding someone like Haaland could make them offensively great again. 4. Manchester United. Manchester United have expressed their interest in Haaland previously. According to Men, Old Gunner wants Haaland in January 2020 alongside Bruno Fernandes. However, the club could not get 2 mega deals done in the winter market and had to settle for Odinho Ighalo. Haaland subsequently signed for Dortmund, and the rest is history. This season, United have also signed Cavani on a 1-year deal. However, both Ighalo and Cavani are likely not to remain United players by June 2021. Therefore, All feels that his Norwegian connection will enable Haaland to come to the theatre of dreams and fight with Anthony Martial for the striker's position. Haaland has played for All back in mould, and this relationship could be leaned up to help persuade the young striker to Man U. Number 5. PSG. Paris Saint-Germain has never turned away from buying the best attacking players in the world. They still have the world's most expensive player on their team. Furthermore, they have the most expensive teenager alongside him in attack. If we talk about Haaland, PSG does not have a great history with him. We saw how all PSG players mocked his celebration after knocking Borussia Dortmund out of the Champions League last year. However, things may change according to Bleacher Report. With Cavani leading and Icardi's future in doubt, the addition of Haaland could bring their much-awaited Champions League title, something that they couldn't do last season. With so many clubs in contention for Haaland, what could end up happening? Well, the relevant aspect is how Dortmund see the situation. They would be well aware of the clause that becomes activated in 2022, and they would be aware of the fact that 63 million is a bit too low for a gigantic talent like Haaland. But as they showed with Lewandowski, Dortmund can favour sporting success over financial triumph, has already advised Haaland to follow in the footsteps of Lewandowski and establish himself at Dortmund before moving to greener pastures. And as we saw this summer with Sancho to United saga, Dortmund are not desperate to sell. Talking about Sancho, a lot could depend on how that saga turns out. If Dortmund could get a substantial fee for him, other clubs getting Haaland in 2021 could be even tougher. And while a club like Chelsea may be ready for a deal to happen, Dortmund may not do business for just an extra 20 million. That being said, if a fee of over 100 million is offered, Dortmund may cave to the temptation. So ultimately, it boils down to how desperate a club like Chelsea are, or City for that matter, and how ready Dortmund are to lose their superstar. For Chelsea and City, their desperation depends on their existing attacking options. Can Werner and Silva score enough goals for their respective clubs to have some negotiation strength? Or desperation would take over and the biggest bidder will get Haaland? If you ask us, Lampard could be on his way out of Chelsea and the new manager would need a world-class striker. Similarly, City would also need a new striker as Aguero reaches the end of his legendary career. In any case, the two Premier League clubs should be in battle for Haaland, and both teams should spare £100 million for the striker who could go on for 10 years with them. Give him a humongous salary and he will be on his way to Premier League, no questions asked. So 2021 should be the year if Haaland comes to the Premier League and shows English fans just how good he is. Hopefully you enjoyed this analysis of the situation of Haaland at Dortmund and where he could go next. Make sure to like and subscribe and also tell us where you think Haaland could end up next season.